Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Angelo from LionLikeMessenger. So one of the questions that I always get as someone who's probably throughout their lifetime spoken in front of thousands, if not tens of thousands, if you include scenarios where I've had to speak where the footage was telecast live worldwide, one of the things that I often get asked after my speeches and after speaking is, Angelo, how are you so comfortable? How are you able to do it? Do you ever get afraid? Do you ever get nervous? Well, one of the things, of course, I do believe that different individuals are given different gifts and talents. However, giving thanks to God for the gifts He's given us, you have yours too. I would say that there's one skill when it comes to public speaking that anyone can learn and master. So here is the simple technique. Let's jump into it. When it comes to public speaking, this is one tactic out of many that I will be sharing. And here at LionLikeMessenger, one of the goals is to inspire you in the areas of communication, motivation, and self-empowerment. So try this today. If you're somebody who you have a business presentation or you have a class presentation or you have to speak in front of an audience, this is what you do. I call it the one by one technique or the each one reach one technique. You have a family member, a friend, a colleague somewhere, someone who you're on familiar terms with. This is what you're going to do. You're going to talk to them like you do anyway, except you're going to ask them to do something so simple. They are going to sit down and you are going to stand up, and there's going to be a little bit of distance between you all. And I want you to pick one speech, something very short. It could be something like the Gettysburg Address. Pick something like that, and you can even have the paper in your hand. Later we'll be talking about how to go on and speak without a paper. But have a paper in your hand, pick something like the Gettysburg Address, and share it in front of them. And then this is what I want you to do. I want you to ask them to bring one friend, or you can have two colleagues who you're familiar with, and then speak in front of them. And I want you to begin to slowly but surely add to that number. It could be 5 family members. Build from there. And then after about 5 people who you're familiar with, this is when you make the switch. You ask one of those friends or colleagues to bring one guest who you do not know, one of their friends, or maybe a mutual friend who you hear them talk about, maybe a girlfriend or boyfriend of one of them. Have them to join in the audience and share that same Gettysburg Address in front of them. And then what you do is you have that guest or that stranger to bring another a guest or somebody. And this is something that you can do to build over time. Just keep adding one more person each time, or maybe 2 more people. I'll tell you this, a drop of rain looks so small, but we see floods that are going on, all because of little raindrops that gather over time. Those 1 people at a time may not seem like much, but over time, that is going to build up. And you can take that same mindset and confidence into that next setting to where now, if you start out with those 5 people who you know, and at the end, that crowd is 5 people who you know, and maybe if they each bring someone they don't know, 10 people who you don't know, well, now that's 10 people who you're speaking in front of who you never have spoken in front of before. And little by little, you're overcoming your fear of stage fright. You can call it the one by one method. You can call it the raindrop method. And you can call it the each one reach one method. So once again, this is Angelo from LionLikeMessenger, where the goal is to empower you in these 3 areas: communication, motivation, and self-empowerment. Subscribe, get notified. And this is the start of a very powerful movement. You guys who are watching now are at the early stages of something great. Go forth, practice those skills, and keep being awesome. I'll see you next time. God bless.